Dr. N.R. Krishnamurti Iyer. Delving into the depths of spirituality requires much more than intellectual conviction. A great deal of effort is necessary in this journey, because until you go within, you have to travel almost endlessly in order to reach your destination. But once you turn within, you do not travel, for the truth is there within you as yourself. It has been there all the time, and it is there now. There, no movement is necessary in time, space, or causation. We are all humans who belong to different regions. This is the seed of causation. If it was possible for you to remove yourself from the clutches of all forms of identification, as you do in deep sleep, then peace, silence, and quietude will flower. To be in this state where there is no room for time, space, or causation, diving within is essential. Volumes have been written about the ascetic devotees of Bhagavan, like B.V. Narasimha Swami, Muruganar, Sadhu Natananda, Kunju Swami, and Vishwanatha Swami. And also about great scholars like Ganapati Muni, Dr. Mies, Grant Duff, Duncan Greenlees, Banning Richardson, Munagala Venkataramaya, Arthur Osborne, Morris Friedman, S.S. Cohen, and others. But it is only rarely that one hears about the normal grihasta, or family man, householder, totally soaked in the life of a householder, yet an ardent devotee of Bhagavan. Bhagavan showered his grace on all equally. It is strange but true that devotees who have been immersed in the family have not really been brought into the limelight. Perhaps the fault lies with the traditional Hindu perspective that identifies spirituality with austerities, renunciation, and knowledge. I feel that this kind of segregation will not result in a correct understanding of true spirituality. Hence, even before coming to Ramana Ashramam in 1960 for good, I paid a great deal of attention not only to those who had renounced everything, but also to those who still attached a great deal of importance to their families. In the process, I got attached, and I use this word intentionally, to a few such devotees who seem to have been ignored. The more I became associated with them, these householders, the greater was my regard, respect, and adoration for the intensity of their relationship and their total surrender to the Master. I was thrilled at the extraordinary attention and grace that Bhagavan showered on these devotees. True, these devotees were still attached to family, but I had no doubt in my mind that they were jhanis. Can there be any doubt when you are constantly in the company of Ramana? As Immanuel Kant has said, when you wear green-colored glasses, you will see only green everywhere. Similarly, if you are ignorant, then all you will see is ignorance in all places. You will also be under the illusion that only Bhagavan, the Buddha, and Jesus Christ are jhanis, though they themselves looked upon everyone as enlightened and divine. Dr. N.R. Krishnamurti Iyer was popularly known to the early devotees as the ashram doctor. He sowed the seeds for the future Ramana ashram dispensary by keeping his medicines in a small wooden box which he kept locked in a cupboard. In fact, this cupboard can be seen even today beside the ashram's old dining hall entrance. Hailing from a reputed family in Mandi, the Thanjavur district, N.R. Krishnamurti Iyer was an excellent gynecologist. He had a good professional reputation and was ranked among the elite. In spite of his intense spiritual search, he could not control his volatile temper. The emotional turbulence in him subsided only after he met Bhagavan in 1927. For the first time, he found peace and solace in his spiritual pursuits. The fact that mature seekers came to Bhagavan exhilarates me. They just needed the right switch to be turned on. As the Buddha said, "I have taken you to the threshold of truth. Now, you have to walk in." Bhagavan gave that push for them to pursue true spirituality. That is the reason why most of the old devotees were spiritual slaves to Bhagavan Ramana, who himself was totally independent. Being a liberated one, Bhagavan liberated everyone, while each of them adopted an attitude of spiritual slave. Relieved of his turbulent outbursts, Krishnamurti Iyer began visiting Bhagavan regularly. His association with Bhagavan led him to look upon Bhagavan as his Sat Guru. In other words, truth in human form. In 1933, he finally came to Tiruvannamalai to settle down there. Being a family man, he took a house in town. He once said, "In those days, every day was a unique spiritual day for me. It was not just the experience of spending 24 hours in a religious place like Tiruvannamalai. Every moment was a spiritual experience to me, thus making it very precious and sacred. Bhagavan, the silent sun, was like the pole star, directing my every moment of existence. I could never feel any monotony. I took each moment as an invaluable gift of God, who is none other than Bhagavan Ramana." Apart from this spiritual side, he was a well-known doctor both in town and the surrounding villages, and a busy man, working all the time. But every Sunday at 2 p.m, he would come to meditate at the feet of his master. So much so, people at the ashram started calling him Sunday Doctor. Bhagavan himself would be happy when he saw Krishnamurti. He would say, "Oh, today is Sunday."